Wait, no, sorry. Wait, 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 Good evening to Dr. Jones and my fellow classmates. My name is Sterling White Jr. Did you all know that Walmart is currently the largest United States private employer and the second largest overall?
Mm.
Well, as much as that sounds great, there's a few issues about Walmart that I would like to address. I selected this topic because I have a few relatives and personal friends of mine who actually work for the company and they're going through certain issues, and I would like to address them. Um, the issues I would like to address are low wages, minimum to no benefits, and workers without pay. A brief background of Sam Walton and his multi-billion-dollar company. Sam Walton opened the chain of Walmarts in the 1950s. According to my references, Walton and his wife put up 90%, 95% of the money
Mm.
in order to start this company. Walton has three basic beliefs and the values and a respect for individual service, the customers, and strive for excellence. The super center consisted of a complete grocery store and 36 departments of general, houseware, the things like that that you may need around the company, I mean, the house. Employment had increased and sales had grown like 1 billion, according to my references. The next section I would like to talk about is low wages and minimum benefits. Sam Walton set a lot of goals for his job and his company that he really wanted to stand by, but there were some issues towards those things, and it was low wages and minimum benefits. Walmart is able to maintain low prices and minimize operating costs because of the low wages and minimum pay. They pay the contracts with international manufacturing firms that are relatively close to sweatshops. Overseas, they pay people to make cheap products. Well, for cheap, they work for cheap, but they make great products and they sell it out in bulks
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
us. A lot of Walmart's purchases come from developing countries,
Mm-hmm.
third world countries, places like that. Um, Employees are not guaranteed the minimum hourly work week, and it can result in loss of benefits or potential partial unemployment. My speaking from personal reference, I have a cousin, and he was working for them. He didn't have any health insurance because if he would have asked for it or tried to get the benefits, it would take out a big amount of his check, and he wouldn't be making a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to live off. So therefore, he had to work three jobs. So it was kind of stressful for him. Many of Walmart's employees, including full-time employees, qualify for food stamps and income assistance, but a lot of them had to take it because of the low wages for the job. Another issue I'm having is working without pay. According to my references, 18 states have been linked to making workers work off the clock for hours at a time at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
This is after closing in some Walmarts that are not 24 hours, moving benches, moving shelves, and really, really working. Some of my references say they even locked the doors, saying that they wouldn't let workers out, and it was kind of bad. It was sad to say that I was reading up on this stuff, and it said I couldn't leave because my manager locked the door and said if we leave, this will happen or this will happen.
Mm.
According to my reference, workers in California, Louisiana, New York, Ohio, Oregon, and Washington reported being locked in the stores. Walmart associates' income continues to fall, while Walmart executives are listed among the world's most wealthiest citizens. That's something crazy. Now I would like to go to my question and answer period. Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Um, in these WalMarts, was this considered a brutal practice? Did they always lock the doors, or was it just when they really, really had like deadlines or something?
Well, to fully answer your question, to my knowledge, that actually started more recent than when he first started the company off because he had a great dream and he had a great mindset how he wanted the company to be. But over the years, as time goes by, and you start working with these third world countries and overseas and everything, it kind of took a turn for the worse. And so it's like, okay, we have deadlines to meet, like you said. We have deadlines to meet. I need this done. If this is not done by tomorrow, I don't understand. It's gonna somehow, some form of fashion, it has to get done. Does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, would you say that it is our fault that Walmart is able to get away with what they, I guess, do to their employees because of the increasing demand of, I guess, their supply?
I would say it is partially our fault because we allow it to happen and we don't stand up as citizens who have equal rights in this country as a whole. So you have those few individuals who are like, oh, man, we need to stand up to this, but you have the general population who's like, man, I need to pay bills, I need to live, so I can't really go against this because I might be out of work. So it's kind of hard. So I would say it's like 50-50 because they shouldn't they shouldn't be doing what they're doing to us as citizens, but we shouldn't be allowing them also. Did that answer your question, sir? Any other questions?
If these were such pressing issues, why aren't we just hearing about them?
Because us as citizens, we tend to ignore certain things like this, from my knowledge. We see it every day, we hear about it, but it's like we turn a blind eye to it. We face the other way. We don't really want to put too much attention on that, and we want to live our lives because we feel as though it's going to open a can of worms that we really don't want to be involved with. So that's why it's being ignored and we're not paying attention to it. Are there any other questions? Yes, sir.
Are there any lawsuits being brought about because of this?
I'm gonna have to say I can't fully answer that question right now, but I'll be gladly to do some research and I can get back to you ASAP about that, and I can give you a great answer about that, sir. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other questions? In conclusion, Walmart seems like the ideal company to work for, but in reality, it has a lot of disadvantages. Being able to purchase your needs and in one convenient location at a low price helps the families, but also they have to live from paycheck to paycheck, which is kind of a struggle. Although benefits are offered and there is no guarantee, you can continue to get them because that decision is left out of the hands of the employees. I believe that values and morals and rules and regulations are important to keep the organization functioning. The values and morals help that company grow, but it's also hindering that company also as a long term. Thank you.